Hey you guys, thank you very much for joining me. Before I let you into the video, which just a little heads up I think is going to surprise and maybe even shock some of you, I want to introduce you to a little something I've been making called the Omni Pendant. Now I made the Omni Pendant with the intention of helping you stay in your energetic integrity so you can access as much high spiritual thinking as you can get your hands on. And the pendant is radiated during curing by all 9 solfeggio frequencies at once, and I do that for 12 hours. The pendant includes gold, copper, selenite, rose quartz, obsidian, amethyst, beach sand, magnet, and petrified wood. And all of those things are ground into a really fine powder and put in a little middle layer there. But anyway, don't want to take up too much of your time. Hope you enjoy the video and hope everybody is thriving out there. Have a good day. Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me. I've got some fun information for you today, but before I get into that, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has reached out to me and said congratulations for the new arrival. In case you didn't know, we are bringing a little girl into the world in about 40 hours from now. So the next time you see me on camera, I will be a completely different person. And, I'm happy that so many of you have chose to share in our joy and excitement. And I've had fun exchanging emails with you. So I do have a 3-year-old boy, but this little girl coming into the world right now is so much different. And I'll tell you why. So when my 3-year-old came, it was right when the lockdown started happening before I went to the hospital. I, was filling grocery carts with scraps that were on the the store shelves. So circumstantially, she's coming into a very different situation. 3 years ago, when my son was born, I was so seriously sick that I couldn't appreciate any of it. I wanted to. My consciousness was there, but my body was absolutely at a 10 on the pain scale. So that was really hard. And I remember during that period of time walking up and down the aisles at work, sobbing because I felt like I was going to leave my son behind at a young age. And, then I was introduced to the Akashic records, and everything has changed since then. So I'm very grateful to be in the position that I am now and to have this blessing and have this little girl arrive into our lives. And I'm in a position where I can appreciate it and absorb it for everything that it is. And I'm excited to report to you how things go after. But, having her come into this place is a little scary. And, all of you will agree with that. Because you never know what her experience is going to be. You never know what's in store for her in this place. And a lot of the things that she will cross paths with in her life, it will be trial by fire. She'll have to learn the hard way. She'll have to do things in a certain way in order to, fulfill the potential that she's come with. And a lot of times getting from point A to point B during that process can be a lot. But, right now on the planet Earth, there is a battle taking place. And she is an important warrior within that battle. So, there's a saying that goes around. I think I've even said it on this channel before. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And I'll tell you right now that you are a warrior in a war. And maybe the tactics that you use are love, light, hope, and compassion. But if you haven't noticed, take a look at Hawaii. This is absolutely a war that you are involved in right now. And I don't say that to alarm you. I don't say that to upset you. I say that to let you know that your growth, your preparation, your determination, your discipline, and your execution as a light worker means everything to this place. Your execution as a light worker means everything to the universe and everyone who is outside looking in, trying to understand and comprehend what the third dimensional plane of existence is like. So the majority of the time I spend in the Akashic records is spent within the Akashic theater. And I want you to think about the difficulty level of being in this place. I want you to think about how the trials in your life oftentimes seem like they are too big to overcome or too much for you to bear. So the reason that I spend so much time in the Akashic theater is because that's where the students are. And you'll notice when you start working in the Akashic records and you become multidimensional that you will have masters come to you with advice and wisdom and all of those things that they can provide and offer us here. But I think a lot of you will be surprised at how many students you actually have observing you, who are getting an education by observing you, the way that you go about things here, and the processes as a soul that you've implemented that are proven to ascend consciousness into higher vibrational states. You as a soul, sitting in front of me right now, hearing my words, hearing my voice, you are in a state of perpetual learning. You are also in a state of perpetual teaching. As you grow, the universe grows. As the universe grows, you grow with it. You're a student here on Gaia. And, what is Gaia to you? She is a platform to teach from. She is a classroom to learn in. But I want you to think about the value of the experience that you've had here, even if in your conscious mind it seems like it's insignificant or nothing. Knowing that you are a teacher who's on the biggest, in the most prestigious classroom in the cosmos, understanding that will help you see the value in the trials and tribulations that you've had here. Understanding that you are a teacher who has sometimes a countless number of eyeballs looking in on them will help you understand the value and the importance of your actions and that they be mindful. You feel right now that you are walking through your life completely alone and everything that you do is inconsequential and unimportant. But I'll tell you that the exact opposite is true. And even though there are 8 billion souls incarnated on the earth right now, it feels like it's diluted. Am I really that teacher here on this stage? There's 8 billion others here. Why me? Well, I'll tell you that 8 billion is actually a drop in the bucket. That 8 billion is a select group of specialists who have been asked by the Creator to go into the lowest dimensional form to raise it into a higher vibrational state. And the lessons that are learned within that period of separation are infinitely valuable because they are collected in all corners of the universe and implemented in ways that we can hardly fathom. There are textbooks within the universal space that are being written from the observation of your experience here, the tactics, the procedures, and the processes that you've implemented, and the effectiveness and the results that manifested from them. A lot of the souls who you know in your reality, who are having a really hard time of it, are teachers who have put themselves in the lowest of conditions so that they can teach the universe how to climb their way out of it, how to use their intention and positive thinking and coming from the heart to create better for themselves and everyone around them. Wake up to your students now. Enter your Akashic theater and the students will kneel at your feet asking for you to teach them what it was like on the earth. What did it feel like? What was love like here? What was the music like here? What did the food taste like here? How did the water feel down here? How do we find our Creator after losing contact with it? Do you understand the value in that? Do you understand the interest in that? Do you understand why those that are observing exist in numbers that are very hard for you and I to comprehend? So with that in mind, the challenges that you've had in your reality, you were meant to teach how to deal with them. The challenges that you're going to have going forward, you're meant to teach how to deal with them, how to overcome them, how to implement processes that allow you to manifest out of them. So with that being said, I want to let you know that you are right now exactly where the Creator needs you to be. Exactly there. And that you are one who has been asked to come into a dimensional space that has endured a recalibration process, like you can't find in other places in the universe. And you've been asked to overcome the density at all odds and to teach the next generations how it's done so that we can avoid something similar happening as we go. Anyway, you guys, thank you very much for listening. I will see you on the other side. Goodbye.